imprisonment for 6 months. Also, because she tried to influence the fair trial, according to the 288th clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 6 months. I also hereby declare that the imprisonment has been converted into a fine, which will be 36,500 Turkish liras. This fine will be paid in agreed monthly installments by mukaddes katensi, or prison time will be served. For the following people, I will be giving their statements one by one. I don't want any outbursts as I read their sentencing. It is considered by the court that because Mr. Munir Telsi tampered with evidence, according to the 281st clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 6 months. Munir Telsi tried to influence the fair trial, and according to the 288th clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 6 months. Munir Telsi bribed a public officer, and according to the 252nd clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 4 years. Munir Telsi limited Mustafa al-Khali's freedom. He forced him to participate in illegal acts, and according to 109th clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 1 year. Munir Telsi blackmailed the late Turaner Alagaz, and is imposed a fine which is 20,000 Turkish liras, and is sentenced to imprisonment for 1 year. Although he is a legal expert, he has failed the law because of his dishonesty. For disciplinary proceedings, the judgment will be left to Istanbul Bar Association. Here is the second man in question sentence. It is considered by the court that Dr. Fikret Gorolan, because he is an absconder, has been tried in absentia. He, because of blatant and proven malfeasance, according to the 204th clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 4 years. Again, I must warn you that there will be no outbursts when I read the next sentencing, or you will be held in contempt of court. It is considered by the court that because Rusat Yasaran tampered with evidence, according to the 281st clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 6 months. Rusat Yasaran tried to influence the fair trial, and according to the 288th clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 6 months. Rusat Yasaran bribed a public officer, and according to the 252nd clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 4 years. Rusat Yasaran limited Mustafa al-Khali's freedom, and he forced him. According to the 109th clause of the Turkish criminal law, is sentenced to imprisonment for 1 year. Rusat Yasaran blackmailed the late Turaner Alagaz, and is imposed a fine which is 20,000 Turkish liras, and is sentenced to imprisonment for 1 year without any hope for parole. That is Rusat Yasaran's sentencing. The next sentencing is for Kerim Ilgaz. It is considered by the court that Kerim Ilgaz, although filed as a criminal case against him because of a sexual assault, it is understood that he did not commit this crime and he did not participate in it. Also, he came to the prosecution office of his own free will and helped the prosecution office to make inquiries. Also, he said that he is very regretful because he was there, but could not stop the other ones, and also the victim, Fatmagul Ilgaz, has not made a complaint about him, and also he and the victim are married. He is absolved of any guilt or participation in this criminal event once and for all. That is Kerim Ilgaz's sentencing. It is considered by the court that Vural Namli, who died on the 16th of June 2012, is dismissed from this trial. It is considered by the court that Selim Yasaran violated the physical integrity of Fatmagul Ilgaz. Even though he was under the influence of drugs, he raped her, he used force on her, and her physical and mental health deteriorated because of him. He knowingly committed this crime, together with the other ones who have already been given their sentences. Also because he ran away from the law, he is sentenced to imprisonment for 12 years, and there will be an increase of time to his punishment. According to the 86th and 102nd clauses of the Turkish criminal law, he is sentenced to imprisonment for 18 years without any hope whatsoever for parole. That is Selim Yasaran's sentencing. It is considered by the court that Erdogan Yasaran violated the physical integrity of Fatmagul Ilgaz. Even though he was under the influence of drugs, he raped her and he used force on her, and her physical and mental health deteriorated because of him. He knowingly committed this crime together with the other ones who have already been given their sentences. Also, because he ran away from the law, he is sentenced to imprisonment for 12 years, and there will be an increase of time to his punishment. According to the 86th and 102nd clauses of the Turkish criminal law, he is sentenced to imprisonment for 18 years. Due to the fact that Erdogan Yasaran instigated the other ones to commit this crime, he tampered with evidence, he battered Fatmagul Ilgaz, he is sentenced to imprisonment for 21 years. That is Erdogan Yasaran's sentencing.
Oh, Allah, thank you.
hope this will be the last one. I hope the guilty ones are always punished. I hope the victims will hold their heads up. This all must end. I hope nobody will cry from now on, and the women won't suffer anymore. Everybody has only one life. Just one life. Nobody has the right to destroy someone else's life.
Fatmagul, we love you!
finally over, that those who commit evil are brought to justice. I hope those who suffered from what I suffered through will remain hopeful. I was never alone. I hope they will never feel alone. And that this is finally over.
They are at peace now, Fatmagul. You're finally at peace, and so they're now at peace as well. Mother, father, you'll have one more grandchild. One more darling grandchild who comes from you.
Have you decided to move here after everything that happened?
Yeah. It will be better for us to live here after the trial. Actually, Muqaddis is very sorry, you know. She is very ashamed of herself.
Do you really want to move here? Tell me the truth.
It will be better for us, Fatmagul. It is the place that we all know very well. I want to do the job that I know. There are people that we know well. And I'm hopeful that I won't feel lost here. I think we'll move next month. Muqaddis has gone to Restam to see the real estate dealer. She thought that was the best way, so we will go back to Istanbul this evening.
We're going tonight, too.
Huh? Let's go and find Kerim.
You know I'll come here to visit you in the summer.
Yes, I want you to.
My beloved mother, my beloved father, how I miss you so.
I told you that I didn't know when I would learn how to forgive. I told you that I wouldn't come here before learning it. Well, I'm here now.
May Allah hear you. Mother, father, we're going now, but we'll come again, I promise.
Today there was the trial for that awful night that changed my life. They forgave me. Fatmagul has forgiven me too. I'm gonna be a dad. Everybody makes me feel that I deserve this happiness. So how could I not forgive you? I love you, Mother. I took lessons from your story. I love you so much.
What are you doing here?
Never mind that.
Is your name Fatmagul?
Hey, I'm engaged.
Poor me, I lost you.
Get away.
Well, you were running and I was just wondering why, you know?
Don't worry about that.
Everything happened because of me. Even if you forgive me, I can't forgive myself, Fatmagul. If I hadn't pointed you out to them, if I hadn't held you when you ran away, if I hadn't touched you first, that night would have never happened. It wouldn't have happened at all. All of these things. They wouldn't have happened, okay? I said, there's the girl. That night would have never happened if I hadn't shown you to them, if I hadn't...
If I hadn't left the house that day, or if I hadn't decided to cross the road after that, then none of those things would have happened. There are so many ifs in it, Kerim. You think that I don't think about it? What if I hadn't gone to that party? If I hadn't fed the sheep or had been born?
But you're not guilty.
There's no turning back now. These ifs are really so far away from us now.
The things we went through had nothing to do with you, Fatmagul. You're the only innocent one in all of this. I changed your life, and I know. If only I stopped them when they had touched you. It's like... It's like a hell for me, Fatmagul, okay? And it's burning for me, Fatmagul. I feel ashamed when I try so hard to forget about it when it happened. I was so scared tonight. I was so afraid. I was afraid to make you live through all of that horror again. And I know you're trying so hard. I know you're trying to forget, but I know that you're keeping it inside. And I can't forget that.
Then don't forget. But forgive yourself.
No matter what I do, I cannot forget Fatmagul.
We will heal together.
I remember when you came to me and you said to me, I want it to be over, I want to heal. I want it to be over, Fatmagul. I want to heal. I want to heal.
It'll be over. It will.
Come on, you need to sleep.
Talking to you was good. It was like cleaning a chimney.
I love you so very much.
And I love you so much too. I love you.